fine girl, you do it. So this is like a condescending tone, and it's a psychological bait. If you have someone in your life that talks to you like that, just know that it's a calculated attempt to pull you in and get a reaction from you. So listen. So Mide is already feeling a certain way, and then
I said, please, what can you do? Who are you bringing for? Shut up, are you okay? Shut up.
Passive aggression coming from them. You have to, number one, protect your peace, protect your space. You have to learn to just look at them, smile. Okay, if you say so. Oh, come on, if I say so. Blah, 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 blah. How to spot those triggers. You're going about your daily business, you're feeling good, humming to yourself, whistling to yourself, and then boom, out of nowhere. Sometimes these abusive people, they kind of spot you in your happy place. Welcome to Sizzling Gist with Elsie.
Have you subscribed? I'm waiting.
It's so informative.
Also, click on the notification bell so that you can get every update that drops.
Please don't waste any more time.
Click on the like button, comment. Okay, let's do this.
Hello, beautiful people. How are you guys doing today? I'm sure you're doing beautifully. So today I'm going to be talking about trigger traps. Here on Sizzling Gist with Elsie, it's all about mental well-being. It's all about living your life to the fullest. Yes, detaching yourself from abuse, from narcissistic relationships that tend to suck you in and waste your life, waste your precious time, waste your emotions. We are here, and we are here to guide you, lead you through as you detach and heal. Okay, so today I'm talking about how to spot those triggers. You're going about your daily business, you're feeling good, humming to yourself, whistling to yourself, and then boom, out of nowhere. Sometimes these abusive people, they kind of spot you in your happy place, in that place where you're happy. You're just cruising along, you're just doing your own thing, and it kind of bothers them that you're so happy. So what do? They want to bring you down. They want to bring you to their level, because these guys, I don't know, it seems as if they're never happy, they're sadists or whatever. I mean, why would someone treat a wonderful person like you so terribly? Maybe you're not that wonderful, you're not that amazing, you have your flaws, but for goodness sake, they chose to be with you. And then if they decide that you're not that good anymore and you deserve to be treated like crap, then there's nothing to write home about. So today I'm going to be talking about those triggers. Sometimes it might not be the people in our lives that trigger us. It might just be some past experiences, some things we've gone through in the past. Suddenly you just get that nostalgic feeling, and it takes you back, it takes you down memory lane, and it switches your mood. Your mood swings and you just feel bad. In a situation like that, darling, you need to pick yourself up, leave the past in the past, and move on. Come on, I know it's not easy, and I know that depression is real, and it's all about chemical imbalance, but we just have to take one step at a time. Today I'm not talking about depression, so I don't want to be sidetracked. It's a huge topic on its own, so I'm going to just dive right into what we're talking about, the triggers. So if you've not subscribed, please just hit the subscribe button, click the notification bell, like, comment, because the more you like this video and other consequent ones, the more it gets to the people who really need it. Okay, so leave the past in the past. Okay, and sometimes some people get triggered by simple things like music. That music brings back memories, or they just a color. All of that are things you cannot change. There are things they just get swamped in it, and then it takes you back to that horrible place. You can only do your best to rise above it. The main one I'm talking about is that man-made one. That your spouse, your partner, your friend, your family member is always triggering you. And today I'm going to be using ZITA and MIDE as case studies. I'm sure all of us Big Brother fans are glued to the Big Brother screen, Bbnaija, season 10. And we see all what is going on. This is not really about the Big Brother show. So if you yeah, this is about mental well-being. So, but I'm going to be using them as a case study and other characters that we're going to be coming across. Okay, so it's going to be fun. Like, we are going to be dissecting and analyzing. So, quickly, let me give you a run through. So, Zita and Mensan, they wanted to cook together today in the morning, breakfast, and according to Mensan, when he was talking to Big Brother, Zita, have been making breakfast for him and they've been eating together. So today she wasn't in the mood, so he decided to give her a treat to, make breakfast for her. So while they were talking about it, Mide comes along and he's like, "Oh, you guys want to make something?" And he's like, "Yeah, we're going to make maybe spaghetti and macaroni." And she's like, "Okay, count me in." And he's like, "Okay, cool." And then a couple of other people came and they were like, "Okay, so let's just make this food, for us here." And Mide is like, "Okay, can you help me cut the carrot?" And he's like, let's use admi. If you're in Nigeria, or West Africa or Africa, you know that admi has all the condiments that you need for your noodles. So Mason was like, "Why don't we use the admi?" And she's like, "I like to make my noodles a certain way, so let's put the carrots and everything." And he's like, "Cool, if you want to do that." So here comes Zita. Mide calls her, "Please come cut the carrot." And Zita is like, "No, fine girl, I don't want to cook today." So this kind of rubbed Mide the wrong way, and she's like, "Okay, is there anything else that you want to help me with?" And she's like, "No, fine girl, you do it." So this is like a condescending tone, and it's a psychological bait. If you have someone in your life that talks to you like that, just know that it's a calculated attempt to pull you in and get a reaction from you. So listen. So Mide is already feeling a certain way, and then he just gets her up to there, and she's like, "Shut up." And Zita is like, "You're not talking. What? Are you stupid?" Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that.
Shut up, please.
Up.
You to shut up. Shut up.
You're bitch.
Who is
Get the fuck out of
dumb?
my face.
Who is dumb?
Get the fuck out of my face.
Shut the fuck up, Joe. I have
Get the
to
fuck out of my
nicely.
face. Why would you say shut up?
And so it now started the name calling, the abuses. They were both abusing themselves, but you can see that Zita was up there with the trigger. Mide was just.
Who are you playing with? Who's playing with you? Shut up and
ask
you nicely.
Girl, just get out.
Girl.
I said, please, what can you do? Who are you bringing for food? Shut up and Shut up and
falling into her traps, being roped in. Zita was just saying, "Oh, why are you crying? Why are you crying? You're crying now, aren't you? You're crying."
Hit me. No,
Please
hit
Why would
me.
you be doing that?
Hit me.
Why would you be doing that?
She hit me. I'll tell you now. You guys saw that this babe hit me just now.
Give me now, let me drop
Nice
it now.
one. Thank you for hitting me. You're a fool. You're a big fool. Okay.
You can see the trigger. Everything that happened was because Zita was condescending to Mide. So if you have that person in your life, like I said before, you're good, you're okay until they begin to talk to you or they begin to relate with you. There's passive aggression coming from them. You have to, number one, protect your peace, protect your space. You have to learn to just look at them, smile. Okay, if you say so. Oh, come on, if I say so, blah, 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 blah. If you say so, that's your biggest weapon. I know it seems simple, it looks like it never works, but trust me, rising above that trap, that bait, that thing that wants to bring out a reaction from you so that you just burst. They just want to see you have a meltdown. Yeah, Mide had a meltdown. And that is that. They want to see you have a meltdown. You have to rise above it. Don't have a meltdown. Don't get to that breaking point. Don't have to, if it's your spouse or she's your spouse, don't have to spend the rest of your life, fighting all the time, screaming, yelling, dwelling in negative energy. Rise above it. Okay, so thank you so much. Thank you for hanging out with me. And if you've not subscribed, click on the subscription and notification bell. Yes, share with your family and friends. You never know who is going to need all these tips. Okay, and please comment. Let me know how you deal with the trigger in your life. Let me know if this makes sense, and let's make it make sense. So thank you so much. My name is Esther Amaka, and have a lovely night. Bye.